from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. It's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. Set to kick off.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. There's a quick throw caught by Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
On the option, it'll be Hurts.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense. Oh, man, can't do that.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And this will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
41, Alvin.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Escaping the press, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Throwing his lock on third down. Oh, pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The Falcons take
It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll start on the ground with Swift. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Swift. And this will be a Falcons 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They go play action with Hurts. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the Falcon 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Jerome Baker.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
2nd quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Hurts. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
1st and goal, Atlanta.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run with Swift. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. DeAndre DeAndre Swift, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Here's Locke. Smith catches that side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
Number 41.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
Alvin Kamara.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
To a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
At their own 8.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. But I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop?
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Devin Duvernay, 76 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this carries into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25.
Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times it's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for the Saints, first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and when what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now it's the passing game. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. Shotgun snap to Locke. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Play action. Now it's Locke. Looking long for Thomas. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a gain of 34.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, his Pro Bowl tight end, was the target, but it's going to be second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Now Locke again. And that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Locke now on third and goal. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
At their own 21-yard line.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
First down, Atlanta.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he tipped it, intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it. Because when you have a haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you, you got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Lock. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Grant. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Block working out of the gun. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Saints 3.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little, kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you get points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
That's out to the left and complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. DeAndre Swift. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
25-yard line.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down, Kamara. And fights through one man. Still shedding tackles. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 30. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Alvin Kamara hit the NFL with a bang, had double-digit touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Production fell off a little bit last year. Just 6 times did he find the end zone. His ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield makes it hard to cover. Look for a bounce-back season in 2020.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And bulldozing his way through. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
At the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Brings up 2nd and inches.
Now to the air. Rock gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more. I think
he's got a man, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 35.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a carry for Swift. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 41 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes...
And he gets in. Touchdown, Swift with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Locke. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good for a Saints. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Locke. Incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Locke. This is complete to Michael Thomas. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. And he finds Cook. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Operating from the gun. Locke. He took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And brought in by the tight end Cook.
That's good.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. From the gun, Locke. That's complete. Right around the end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll run. This is Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They run it again with Kamara. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
It's incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. The yardage and running another fourth down, they declined it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. Demario Davis makes the tackle. He led the Saints in that category in 2019. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 16. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to play. Harris has it over the middle. Able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Clock now on first down. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. That'll be complete to Cook.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Block. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Touchdown.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And that one is caught. So they convert here and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. And hold the phone now. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, give the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
The fourth quarter, they
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They run out of the gun with Swift. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Once again, it's Swift. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
29-yard line.
Now a toss for Swift left side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
And it's 3rd down.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for Atlanta, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll get a trip to Vegas next week for a date with the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to